Let's say you have thousands of products and listing them one by one on eBay would take forever. Here, using a feed file is the solution. Now, there are many who make mistakes uploading multiple products with feed file, but no worries. Today, I'm going to show you step by step how to list multiple products in bulk on eBay using template files. So let's start the process. We are in the eBay Seller Hub right now, and from here go to reports and simply click on upload. We need to click on get template. The process follows a few simple steps. Now select the source. Since we are creating a new listing, choose listing. Next, we need to pick the template type. There are 4 options to choose from. If you create a new listing, then select the first one. Then there is the create new draft option. If you want to start now and finish later, this is the one you have to choose. If you need to tweak something, you need to use edit price and quantity to update your price and stock levels. If you have unsold or ended listing, you must select this option to release them. But since we are creating a new listing, I will click the first one. Now choose the file type. We have 2 options here, CSV and Excel sheets. Now for the category, you have the option to choose between 5 to 10 categories. If you select 5, the template will have all 5 categories in a single sheet. But if you go with 10, each category will be in its own separate tab. You can pick whichever option works best for your products. In this case, I am going with the first one. Now we need to pick our categories from the list below. But what if you are not sure which category your product fall under? No worries, it's easy to figure out. Just head over to the eBay website and search for your products. In our case, it's mini fridge. Open some of the top competitors listing from the search result and you will see which categories they have chosen for similar products. Take a note of those, and now that we have an idea of our products category, we can easily find and select it. Under home appliance, we'll find a refrigerator, and within that there is our mini fridge. Okay, that's done. Now click on download. We're gonna create a template. Well, the file downloaded, so let's open it. Here we can see the columns where we need to fill in our products detail, but don't worry, not all the columns are mandatory. In these sections we can find what's required. The red ones are mandatory fields and the blue ones are for required columns. Make sure you read all the instruction you find in this template file. Well, move on. Now our listing process starts with the first column. This is action. We are adding the list in the template. So here click on add. Next is the custom column. You can create a custom label to give your product its own identity. Here is how I make mine. I take a short form of the brand name, then I use 4 for the size of this product, and I add B to represent the color, which is black. That's how I came up with the custom label. Anyway, put it here. For the category name, we have already chosen it when we downloaded the template. Now we just need to select the right category and add it to the column. Now give your product title here. Make sure you follow eBay's policy to make your title. However, use keyword for SEO optimization as well. Keep in mind that your title should not exceed 80 characters. How do I optimize my title? First brand name, then product name, then products, then product info with keywords, and then the color preference. That's it. Now paste it in this column. In the relationship column, we have found 2 options, variation and compatibility. If you have variation like color and sizes, you can choose this. Now, if you have product variation and we select a variation from this column, then in the relationship detail column, we need to add a parent listing, and under this parent, we have to add all the listing as child variations. If you do not have variation, then select compatibility. However, we are heading toward the red columns right now, as I told you that it is mandatory to fill up. In the start price column, set your price. After that, specify how many items you have available. For the image, you'll need to provide the image URLs here. So if you have still image, you can make URL of it. Let me show you this quickly. Simply go to freeimage.host, uploads all the images you need URLs. It will take a while. Now this is the link. Open all those links in another tab. Now this is image URL, JPG. You are seeing here. Copy this and paste in the Excel sheet. If you have videos to include, you can add those as well. But for now, I'm going to skip adding videos. Condition. Well, that means which state your product is. Is it new, used, open boxed, or refurbished? I'm selecting new. For the description, you can add two ways. One is just paste the text here and HTML format. So let me show you. This is HTML. I'm gonna select this and paste it here. However, the reason I prefer HTML is because we can create a format like this one. Here you can see all the text and features are well organized. Let me mention here, this listing page you are seeing is actually a template we created using our own app. Take a close look. This one looks like A+ content on Amazon. You can use this template to make your listing look professional and engaging. And the best part is it is all customizable. You can customize like this category section where if I click on any let's say home appliance, then we are landed on our home appliance product page. Here buyers can see all the related products that we are selling. So how you can get this template? Search boost on time on Google, click the first link. Now this is the page. Here you can see all the themes, our pricing, and find info about how it works. Anyway, you need to sign in if you want to use any template. Now go to my template. These are templates. You can edit whichever you want. Click on edit. This page will appear and here you can customize everything. Anyway, let's back to the Excel sheet. We are in the description part. The next thing to consider is the format. This tells you how you are selling the item. Is it a fixed price or you are allowing buyers to make offers? For our listing, we are going with a fixed price. Next, we have duration. If you want to set a specific duration for your listing, choose one from the option in the list. Now move to the next. Next is the location where you need to enter the zip code. Now I'm going to fill out the shipping profile. You will notice that I'm skipping all the red mark columns and heading straight to the shipping profile to fill that in. When we created the seller account, we had to fill out the business policy section. This is where we set up the payment details, return policy, and shipping information. So we already have a shipping profile ready to use. These are the shipping profile we have already created. I'm going to select one now. Next, choose the return profile name from the list. You'll notice that the red column have turned white. This means these fields are no longer mandatory to fill in right now. Now move to the brand column. In this column, give your brand name. Now all these columns are for your items details like size, color, unit, features, and so on. Make sure to fill them out based on your specifics of your items. I think you got this. From here, I'm gonna fast forward the section. The field that I'm not filling in are not mandatory for the listing, so you don't have to worry about if you don't want to. However, if you do fill them out, it can be really helpful for buyers. Providing more details about your items can improve your chances to making a sale. So it's a good idea to include any extra information you have. I think you understand the basic now. You can use the same method to fill out all the items you want to list. Once you have finished, make sure to save the file. After that, we will upload it to eBay Seller Hub. Now go back to the same page where we downloaded that template. Click on Upload Template and then choose File from your computer. Alright, that's the whole process. It's really simple and easy to follow. What do you think? I would love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. If you have any question or need help, feel free to ask. That's a wrap for the video. I hope you found it helpful. If you want expert help to improve your e-commerce business, you can email us at info@ecomclips.com. Don't forget to check out our resources at www.ecomclips.com. Goodbye for now. I will see you in the next video. Until then, keep exploring, keep learning. Don't forget to subscribe.